Today we are giving my living room some much needed storage by installing these off-the-shelf cabinets from Lowe's. I have one single width and one double width cabinet for each side of my fireplace, and these are actually narrower upper cabinets that I'm going to show you how to convert to lower cabinets, which is great for tighter spaces. Then I'm going to show you my favorite paint for a lasting, durable finish, as well as work on a custom rustic wood countertop and matching shelves so we can turn this very blah room into stunning and rustic with a feature wall. So let's get right into it. Alright, we are starting by building a base for these cabinets to sit on. Standard counter height is somewhere between 34 and 36 inches high, and these cabinets are only 30 inches tall. So I'm going to find the base height I need by subtracting the cabinet height, as well as my expected counter height, and any difference the flooring is going to make. I need to make up about 5 inches, so it worked out well for me to use standard 2x6 lumber, which is 5.5 inches in width. I'm building a simple box that will have a 4-inch toe kick and sit flush with the cabinet walls on either side. I also added a second piece in the middle here that will sit under the joint between the two cabinets, which will help give some more support and add extra rigidity to our box. Once both bases are ready, I'm going to use them as a guide for cutting out the existing baseboards with a multi-tool, as well as the carpet and carpet pad, which I marked with a Sharpie and cut out with a box cutter. Before I put the cabinets in place, I'm going to use a long straight edge to mark out my studs so that I can attach everything quickly and securely, starting with a couple screws of the base into my wall. I have several outlets along these walls, so I'm going to carefully map out their exact location onto the back of my cabinets and use my multi-tool again to cut an opening for access. Now, you cannot uncut a panel, so be sure to check, double check, and triple check your measurements, and with any luck, you should have a nice, clean opening. If you have any issues with leveling, now is the time to put some shims under your cabinets to help straighten everything out. Once I'm happy, I'm going to screw directly through the cabinet backer board into our studs. I'm also going to clamp the two cabinets flush and drill a couple pilot holes to screw together through the face frames. This will give them that perfectly seamless look with no gapping. And then it's time to repeat everything on the other side. So first pulling up the carpet and getting the base installed, then mapping out the outlets and cutting access holes, and finally leveling and screwing each cabinet until everything is feeling sturdy and secure. Up next is painting, starting with the wall. After a lot of consideration and design planning, I chose to go dark on one wall only with Sherwin Black Fox, which is a really dark brown. Going dark is going to help shorten this room towards the kitchen and give a more cozy feel to this large open concept part of my house that can sometimes feel really long. Paint colors can have a massive effect on how a room feels, so if your room is feeling a little bit blah or kind of misshapen, try one of these paint schemes. I also highly recommend finding inspiration pictures and doing a mock-up of your room before you begin any project. I used the Procreate app on my iPad to make about 100 different combinations of paint and cabinet colors until I knew I was going to get the exact look that I wanted. I have also used SketchUp for dimensional planning in the past, and Canva for creating collages of inspiration pictures or specific furniture or fixtures I'm planning to buy. Plain old paper and pencil crayons can also work in a pinch. While our paint is drying, we are going to cover the particle board sides with this handy veneer panel that makes the cabinets look more like solid wood. And then I installed the original baseboards using some brad nails and some caulking. Then we'll take the doors off and head out to the shop. My secret combo for a durable, professional grade finish is Bin Shellac oil-based primer to start, followed by Sherwin-Williams Emerald Urethane Trim Enamel on top. I have used this combo on my kitchen cabinets, in bathrooms, on furniture, and combined with really great prep, it lasts years and years, even in high-touch areas. We actually painted the cabinets in tandem with our hallway bath vanity, and I'll link the project for that down below. But for these cabinets, I actually had the rare opportunity of being able to skip the primer because they were unfinished wood, first of all, which meant they already had great adhesion. And we're also not worried about bleed through because we're using such a dark color. If you're working over top of another finish though, or with anything other than wood, check out my kitchen video for an in-depth tutorial on how to make your paint last. To create these rustic wood countertops and shelves, we followed a similar process to this 10-foot table that we built out of standard dimensional lumber. You start by edge gluing the boards together. Then you use a wire wheel and die grinder to carve out the wood's softest pulp. Finally, some sanding and stain with my favorite color, Early American, and then oil-based polyurethane for a rock-hard, waterproof finish. We installed the shelves using some beautiful cast iron brackets that match the coat rack in our mudroom. And then we drilled fresh holes for these gold bar poles that match our kitchen. Then it's time for some styling and we are ready for the final reveal. From boring gray to bold and earthy, this living room has quickly become one of our favorite places in the house. Our audio equipment, blankets, and games are all loving their new home, plus we can't wait to fill up the shelves with new books and family pictures. And the best part is that all in, this project was only about $600. I'm actually really impressed by these off-the-shelf cabinets and would definitely use them again for secondary, low-traffic storage like this. Let me know what you think of this project down below, and I will see you next time.